Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a beginner-friendly mat workout for you. So this would be great if you are just starting out into your Pilates journey, and we're gonna go nice and slow through these exercises. Really engaging and focusing on that core and that center. This would also be great if you just want something a little bit slower than maybe an intermediate or a quicker pace workout. It's also good if you just want to get back to the basics. If you've been doing Pilates for a while, sometimes it's just nice to get back to the fundamentals and the principles. So this would be great for that too. So with that, let's go ahead and get started on our backs. So we're going to lay down. All we need is our mat today, so nothing else is needed, no props. We're gonna lay all the way down. And we're gonna bring our arms by our sides and just let the spine release and relax into the floor. So this is where I want you to focus on releasing the shoulders, releasing the hips, releasing the arms, and just letting everything sink into the floor here, not holding any tension. We're gonna take a deep breath here, inhaling, and then exhale, just let it all go. Let's do one more like that. Deep breath in just to settle into our space. And exhale, release. All right, we're gonna bring our hands now to our pelvis, keeping our feet grounded and our knees bent. We're gonna start to rock the pelvis forward and back. I'm actually gonna bring my fingers kind of to the sides of my hip bones here. So we're taking a nice deep inhale here with our nice flat pelvis. And then on your exhale, we're gonna rock the pelvis as we tip the tailbone up and press the lower back into the mat. Now we're gonna inhale back to that neutral position. And then we'll do that again. Exhale, flatten the low back as you tip that pelvis up. Good, inhale back to neutral. Good, so just coordinate that movement with your breath. So I like to inhale as we come back into neutral, and then exhale as you flatten the low back and lift the pelvis, really pulling the belly down. Good, inhale back forward. Exhale. Now on your next inhale, I want you to come through neutral and arch your back off the mat. And then we exhale through neutral back to that rounded spine position. Good. Inhale as you arch the back, lifting that lower back off the mat. Exhale as you tuck the tailbone under and lift. Good. Give me two more each direction. Last one. All right, find that neutral pelvis position. Let's go ahead and hold that here. I want you to bring your hands onto your rib cage, one hand on each side. I want you to focus on breathing into the hands, breathing into the ribs. So as you take a deep breath in, we're going to expand the breath into the hands. And we're going to exhale, let it all go. Let those ribs release. The hands will come back down and together. Take another deep breath in, inhale into the ribs. And exhale. Let it go. Good, let's do two more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. All right, last little warm-up exercise here. I want you to bring the fingers back into the insides of the hip bones. Maybe take your your index and your middle finger on both hands and place it right inside the hip bones there, kind of pressing into that lower muscle, the abdominal muscle, the transverse abdominis. So now I want you to take a deep breath in, still breathing into the ribs. And I want you to exhale, pull and tighten the low belly, right where the fingers are, away from the fingers as you exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale. So keep that moving. It's not a movement of the spine or a movement of the pelvis. It's really just this gentle bracing, this tightening, like a corset around the whole front and back side of your body. So let's do that a couple more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Feel that tightening right under the fingers. Last one, deep breath in, inhale. And exhale, release. All right, let's keep those feet now on the mat. We're gonna start moving into some abdominal curls. I'm gonna walk my feet just a little bit farther away. I'm gonna take my hands or my fingers up towards the ceiling, nice straight arms here. Now we're gonna take an inhale here. On your exhale, you're gonna lift your head, neck, and chest up, just coming up right from the rib cage. So just from right here, bring your arms down by your sides and then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. So this is our abdominal curl in Pilates. We come into this position quite a bit, whether it's in our flexion or as we're rolling up and down. And it's good to know that when you're lifting up, your head stays in line with your spine. So you don't want to jam your neck forward, right? Or really jam your chin down. You do want to bring your chin towards your chest, but then it's kind of a natural wheeling up of the head in line with the spine. Give me one more. Exhale. Good. Inhale to lower. All right, now we're gonna do what we call we're gonna do toe taps first. Sorry about that. So go ahead, arms down by your sides. Let's bring the legs to tabletop. All right, so here you should already be feeling some stability work right here in your center. Arms stay down by your sides. Your head stays down for this one. So we're gonna start to tap one toe down at a time. And the only thing that's moving is that leg wheeling down from the hip socket. So we inhale, tap, exhale, lift. So we're keeping the back of the ribs pressing down, the back of the pelvis, the back of the head. So we're keeping that nice alignment so we're not using the lower back or creating any tension or extra strain in the lower back, but really keeping everything right through here in your core to find that stability. Let's do two more each side. Last set. All right, now the legs are gonna stay here in tabletop. We're gonna do what's called hundreds prep. So arms are gonna lift up towards the ceiling. Place the feet down for this one. For the prep, we keep the feet on the floor. So we're now set up in that same position as the ab curls. We're gonna take our inhale here. On our exhale, we're gonna come up into our ab curl position. Reach those arms long, nice and straight. You're gonna hold yourself here. You're gonna pump those arms nice and long as you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need to lower your head down at all, feel free to take a little rest. Try to see if you can keep pumping those arms. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come right back up into it. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two more sets. You got this. Good. So this gets the heart rate up, gets that blood pumping a little bit more. Good. Hold here and then lower everything all the way back down. Go ahead and turn your head here side to side. And then bring your knees into your chest and let's rock ourselves up to a seated position. All right, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and still face the end of our mat. And we're gonna do a seated half rollback. So this is gonna give us a bigger C curve, a bigger flexion in our spine. So we're gonna take our hands behind the thighs. Now we always wanna start up in this nice tall position, head over ribs, ribs over pelvis, and shoulders are down. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, you're gonna start to scoop the belly back as you tuck that tailbone under. Start to straighten the arms as you come back into a C curve in your spine. And then you're gonna reverse that as you bring yourself back up. Try not to use your arms too much to do that work. They're there for support, but you wanna use those abdominals, that deep connection into the abdominals to bring you up and down. Exhale. Good, and again, bring it back. C curve here. Keep that low back opening up behind you, and then come back forward and lift. Good, let's do 2 more. Exhale. Good, and forward and lift. Last one. Good, scoop the belly, lift all the way back up. All right, so now we're gonna do what was called a roll up prep. So this is similar to our roll up. We're gonna do some modifications. So what I want you to do is bring your arms forward here. And we're gonna roll all the way down to the mat. So see if you can control that. If you need to bring your hands behind the legs, go ahead and do that for support. Now inhale, bring those arms back behind you. Exhale, start to wheel yourself back up. If you need to grab the legs to do that, please feel free. Maybe if you'd like to challenge yourself, you straighten those legs and come up and over them as you come forward. Good, keep that roundness in the spine as you start to roll down. You can bend the knees, hold on to those legs for support as you roll it all the way down. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, chin to chest. We scoop round. Maybe you straighten the legs, maybe you keep them bent as you come forward. Good, roll back. Good, bend those knees. Roll down. Good, inhale, arms back. Exhale. Good, up and over the legs. Last one, rolling down. This time we're gonna stay here on the floor. Good, bring your arms back for one stretch. And then bring your arms down by your sides. All right, we're gonna do a little hamstring stretch. I want you to take your right leg, pull it into the chest, and then extend it up to the sky. So your hands are wrapped around that leg there. I want you to point and flex through this ankle. So this next exercise for single leg circles requires that we have some length in the hamstrings. It's always good to stretch out the ankles as well, especially when you flex that ankle, you'll get some more stretch in the back of the leg. And then start to roll the ankle around in one direction and then the other. Maybe you get a good crack in your ankle like I do. All right, so now go ahead and take this leg, place it down, switch to the other side. Left leg comes in, extend it up, and then we point and flex. Ankle mobility is definitely something that we tend to miss in our stretching and in our workouts. So it's really super important. Go ahead and reverse that direction of the circle if you haven't already. All right, so now place that left foot back down. Arms down by your sides now. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. If you need to bend the knee a little bit for this, please feel free. And we're gonna do circles with this leg, so small circles, so the pelvis stays steady. Then we start to just bring the leg across the body just a little bit, and then down, out, around, and up. So these are not big circles. We're focusing more on this rotation of the leg in the hip socket. So we're coming in, down, around, and up. So it's internal rotation, down, external rotation, lift. Good, internal, down, external, lift. Hold here, we're gonna reverse the circle. So it goes external rotation, down, internal, up. Good, external, down, internal, lift. Good. Last two. Last one. Awesome, bend that knee in, give it a squeeze, and let's place it down on the mat. We're gonna switch to the other side. So left leg comes out in and then extends. Let me do the same thing as we start to bring the leg across the body, down, out, around, and center. Good, internal, down, external, lift. Good. So this is more about that control, right? If I went bigger with my leg, I could go bigger, but I'd probably lose the control in my pelvis and in my core. All right, hold here, let's reverse it. Out, down, around, exhale, lift. Good, out, down, around, exhale, lift. Out, down, around, lift. Last one, out, down, around, lift. Good, bend that knee in and place it down. All right, let's bend both knees into the chest now. Rock yourself back up to a seated position. We're gonna do our rolling like a ball exercise. So this is our beginner rolling exercise where we get a massage for the lower back, or massage actually for the whole spine. And we have to use those abdominals to keep us balanced here when we come up to this position at the top. So here's our starting position. You're in this tight little ball here, shoulders down, forehead towards the knees. Try to keep those feet in close to the body. Keep this keep this rounded shape as you inhale, rock back, exhale, lift up, balance and hold. Inhale back, exhale, lift. Make sure the head and the neck don't fly back. When you go back, keep everything tucked in nice and tight. Inhale back, exhale, lift. Good, inhale, exhale. Woo! Almost went a little too far. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Good, place your feet down. Scoot yourself back a little bit so you're more towards the center of your mat. All right, now we're gonna move into one of our abdominal series exercises. So this is the single leg stretch. So what I want you to do is start to roll yourself down until your shoulders are on the floor, but your head is lifted. Now start to bring your right knee into your chest as you pull it in and send your left leg out, reach, extend. Now see if you can stay lifted in your abs as you switch the legs. So working with control. And then as you find that control in your body, you can start to speed up that motion a little bit with the legs. Good, give me 3. You can bring your head down if you need to. And 1. Good, this time lower all the way down. Shake your head again side to side. All right, go ahead, bring your feet down. Turn to your side to press yourself up and onto all fours. So we're going to be in a table pose here, a table position, with the shoulders over the wrists and the hips right over the knees. So shoulders are drawing down towards the ribs, and your hands are shoulder distance apart. So now we're going to keep the arms straight and do what's called sternum drops, where we start to drop the chest down through the arms and then press yourself away. So it drops down without bending those elbows, and then press it away. So when you drop down, those shoulder blades come together, that's retraction. When you press away and they come apart, that's protraction. So keep that moving. Your shoulder blades should have this nice, easy motion like this. They should be able to do this kind of sliding along the ribs here. So it's always good to practice this and get some nice mobility. All right, now from here, I want you to find a nice flat back. So just all those things we talked about when we're lying on our back. I want you to imagine that same position here in all fours. We're going to do an opposite arm leg lift. So let's start first with the right leg. So we're going to reach the right leg back up to about hip height, no higher. Good, keep the core in and keep the pelvic bone facing towards the floor. Left arm is going to reach in the opposite direction. Good, reach long, fingers and toes apart. Good, lower that hand and knee down. We switch to other leg, other arm. So left leg back, right arm forward, and then we lower that down. Switch. Good, right leg back, left arm forward. Good, lower and switch. So you can see I'm not moving super fast between these. I'm trying to stay stable from my head to my pelvis and not find a lot of shifting or shaking or wobbling. Good, reach and down. Let's do one more each side. Reach and down. Last one, reach, bring it down. All right, now let's go ahead and walk the hands forward just a little bit. And maybe walk the knees back a little too. And we're gonna shift into a kneeling plank position. So that means the shoulders still come over the wrists, but the hips come forward so you're in a straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your knees. And really it's from your crown of your head all the way down to your knees. And you're just gonna hold this plank position here. Try to really press yourself away from the floor, staying strong in that upper body. Good. You might feel a little shaking. That's good. Means all those little muscles are working. Good. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it back into a quick child's pose. Just to take some pressure off the wrists. Take a deep breath here. All right, let's start bringing yourself back forward through all fours. And this time, you'll come to that kneeling plank and then slowly lower yourself all the way to the mat. So try to keep that straight line as you come all the way down. All right, so we're gonna move into Swan, which is our extension of the upper body. So hands are gonna come beneath the shoulders. Your forehead will come to the mat and your legs are a little wider than hip distance apart. Shoulders down. The important part here is the belly button. Belly is pulling away from the floor and pressing the hips into the floor, engaging the glutes. So start to press into those hands as you start to lift that upper body up, widening through that collarbone, keeping the belly in, and then we lower back down. Good, let's do that again. Press the hands into the floor. Good, let the heart lift. Good, lengthening. Good, and lower. And maybe here, maybe you don't even come up quite that high. Maybe you just come to here just to really find that upper body extension and lower. Good, see if you can give me 2 more. Inhale, press the heart into the, the hands into the floor, heart lifts. Good, lower. And last one. This is great for those postural muscles, for if you're sitting at a desk and really rounded forward or in the car quite a bit. Always good to stretch the front and engage through the back body. All right, bring your left hand, place it onto the mat right underneath your forehead for a little pillow. Then you're going to take your right hand, grab onto the top of your foot, bring the knees together, and this is for a quad stretch here. So you're pulling the heel towards your bottom, pressing your hips down into the floor, pulling the belly up, engaging those glutes here a little bit too. Should feel that stretch in that quad on that right side. Knees stay together. Shoulders stay relaxed. All right, let's go ahead and release that one down. Switch hands. So bring your right hand under your forehead. Left hand comes, you may have to lift up to grab that foot. Do whatever you can and then try to release yourself back down. And then pull that heel in towards your bottom. Good, press your hips into the floor, pull your belly up. Good, one more breath. Good, go ahead and let the leg come down. Now we're gonna come up into forearms. So this is called single leg kick. So in this position, we stabilize here in the upper body all the way through the pelvis. The legs come together, belly's pulling in and away from the floor. We flex that right ankle, we kick, kick, point the toe, reach away. Switch the other side, kick, kick, point, reach, kick, kick, reach. That's it. Good. If you can stay stable through the pelvis, you can go ahead and start to quicken that motion with the legs. So we got that quad stretch beforehand to open up the front of the quads and the front of the hips. Good. 2 more. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Awesome. All right, go ahead and press yourself up to all fours now. Good, give me 2 cat-cow here. Inhale to expand. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, expand. Exhale, round. All right, let's go ahead and turn over into a seated position. So we're gonna do seated spine stretch. And we're gonna keep the knees bent to make sure that we can stay right on top of the sitting bones and keep the spine nice and long. So arms are gonna be forward, heels and legs are about mat distance apart. So we're gonna take our inhale as we start to bring our chin to our chest. Imagine you're coming up and over a big beach ball as you round forward. And then we stack the spine to come right up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Chin to chest. Good. Round it forward, up and over. And then stack back up and lift. Good. And again, chin to chest. Round and reach. Good. Stack and lift. And last one. Good. So we're finding this length in our spine from our low back all the way up through the crown of the head. All right, hands come by your sides. This is called the spine stretch side. So left hand's gonna stay on the floor. I want you to reach that right arm up to the sky and reach it up overhead to your left side. Now, don't round down. Try not to round your chest down. Keep it facing straight ahead as you bring that other arm up and over. Good, come up through center. We're gonna switch to the other side. Left arm lifts, reach overhead. Good, my knees are still bent, legs are in that same position. Good, right arm lifts, bring it over. Good, back up through center and down. Good, left arm over. Good, through center. Lift one more each side. Good, last one. Good, back through center. Very nice. All right, last one we're gonna do here is saw, or in this seated position anyway. So actually, oh, there's our dog. All right, sitting up nice and tall. As you can see, I'm doing this video from home, so I got the pets hanging around here too. All right, arms up to the sides. Go ahead and take an inhale as you start to rotate to one side now. Exhale, you're gonna round over that leg, reaching one arm forward, one arm back. Stack the spine back up through center to your right. Exhale, round forward, reach. Good, lift. Through center to your left. Exhale, round forward, reach, stack, lift, through center. And again, so hips and legs stay steady. It's just that upper body moving. Always good to get that rotation in the spine, all those movements of the spine, right? Forward, back, side to side, rotation. Good, come back up through center. Good, this time bring your arms down by your sides. All right, we're gonna come lay on our side now. Sorry if that bark scared you a little bit there. All right, lying on your side, bring your head into your hand, into your bottom arm. And line yourself up at the back edge of your mat from your pelvis to your elbow. That's gonna help make sure you're in that correct alignment. All right, and then bend your knees so the knees are forward. All right, we're gonna keep this bottom knee bent for more stability and then send this top leg out straight. Hips are stacked here, one on top of the other. Shoulders, same thing. Stay stable through here. And then we just start to lift and lower this top leg. So this is our side leg series, or just a few of the exercises here in the side leg series. And this is just finding stability here in a side lying position and while we work the leg. And again, looking at that pelvic stability, that torso stability. Make sure the gaze is forward. You're not looking down at that leg. I want to keep that head in line with the spine. Give me two more. 2, 1. All right, now reach that leg long. Let's do small circles here. So these are just about the same size as we did on our backs for those single leg circles. Maybe even just a tad bit smaller. Good, hold. Here we're gonna reverse the circle. So have you feel or reassess what's going on here in the center? Have you kind of released and relaxed into the floor? Are you staying connected and lifted up? Good, last 2 and 1. All right, let the leg release for just a second. And we're gonna move into what's called side kicks. This is our front and back kick. So you're gonna lift your leg up at hip height, flex through that ankle, hold it here at hip height the entire time. As you bring the leg forward, we do a kick, kick, almost like a pulse, pulse, bring it back. Good, and let me bring it forward again, pulse, pulse, and sweep it back. Good, forward, kick, kick, and back. So this whole time, this pelvis is staying in the same position. So we don't want it to move forward and back when that leg moves. So if that means that your leg only comes this far in front, that's perfectly fine, as long as you're keeping that stability. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, pull it back. Good, bend the knees in, and we're gonna go ahead and come up through center and swing our legs over to the other side. So we're gonna set up same way on this side, getting set up at the back edge of your mat from your elbow all the way down to your pelvis. And then you bend both knees and keep this bottom leg on the floor with that foot in a flex position. So then we go ahead and reach that top leg out, make sure hips and shoulders are stacked here, core's in and engaged. Then we start to lift and lower this leg. So with these side legs, right, it's all about kind of isolating these glutes here. And these are muscles that are important to work. They're important for walking, running, all kinds of different activities to make sure we're staying strong here, because if not, we can have low back issues, knee issues, other hip issues. So these are great exercises to isolate those muscles. All right, go ahead and lift up, hold. We're gonna do those small circles. So again, it's about that stability, not about the size of the circle. So pelvis should not be rocking forward and back. Hold this still, and then let's go ahead and reverse it. That's it. Good, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, lower that leg down, give it a little rest. All right, we're gonna do those front and back kicks now. So leg's gonna lift up, flex the ankle. We do a kick, kick forward, and then we pull it back. Good, engaging the glute. Kick, kick. Good, pull back and engage. Kick, kick, and bring it back. Again, this is still about that stability here. So when you pull back, if you feel your pelvis tip forward like this, you've gone too far. And then you're not using your glute, you're not isolating. So when you start to tip forward, then you're just kind of letting the whole spine fall forward in your body, and we're not actually working through here. So that way it's not about how far the leg goes back. Good. Last one, forward and back. Very nice. Go ahead and bring that down. We're gonna roll right onto your back now. You can get a little figure 4 stretch to stretch out those glute muscles. So let's do that right leg first. So go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee. And this is about opening up this right hip. So maybe this is enough here for you. Maybe you're getting perfect amount of stretch just here. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and lift the left leg and grab your hands behind that thigh and pull that left leg in towards you as you open that right knee away. And just breathe here. This would be a great spot for a pillow behind your head if you feel like you're kind of arching your spine too much off the mat and it's hard to keep your head and neck in a comfortable position. Good. Now, before we switch to the other side, pull the right knee into your chest and send the left leg to the floor. And then go ahead and bring it across the body. So you're going to look over that right shoulder towards your right hand, which is arm is reaching out to the side. Again, this is just a stretch here for that right hip and glute. Give me one more breath. If you've taken my classes before, you know, this is one of my favorite lower body twisting exercise. It just feels so good. So now we're going to do the same set on the other side. So left ankle is going to cross over the right knee. Open that right knee away from the body. Either stay here or wrap your hands around your right leg and pull it in towards you as you continue to open that knee away. Good, one more breath here. All right, pull that left knee now into the chest, send your right leg to the floor, and then cross that leg across the body Look over that left shoulder. Release and relax both shoulders down and back. Good, one more breath. All right, let's go ahead and send arms and legs apart, reaching and lengthening here. All right, we're gonna do a roll up to seated. So let's go ahead and bend the knees. Take your inhale here with those arms reaching back. Exhale, start to roll through your spine as you come up. Again, hands can come behind the legs, and then you can extend the legs as you come forward, up and over. Maybe you flex through the ankles here for a deeper hamstring and calf stretch. Let your head be heavy. Can grab onto your, wherever is comfortable. Maybe it's your calves, ankles, feet. And then go ahead and come up to a seated position. All right, we're gonna do a little butterfly stretch to finish. So you can go ahead and face forward and bring those feet together. It's gonna stretch out those inner thighs and open up those hips a little bit more. So try to sit up nice and tall, holding onto the feet, shoulders are down. And then go ahead and lean forward a little bit. And then eventually you'll round your spine, let your head release down, let your neck release, and just sit here and breathe. So as you can see throughout this workout, we got into lots of different positions. We got onto our back, onto our side, onto our belly, into all fours, into seated. And we also got all these different positions into the body. We did flexion, which is this forward fold that we're doing now. We did extension, which is the opening up of the front body as you lift up into the, lift the upper back. And then we also got side bending, rotation, all those yummy movements that the spine needs. So you can go ahead and stack your spine and back up to seated and just come to a comfortable seat. So all of those sorts of motions in the spine is what we're looking for in a good, well-rounded Pilates session. So you got all of that in there today. Hopefully that all made sense to you. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will get back to you to answer any questions you might have. So thank you so much for joining me. This is a beginner workout. I'm going to link to another beginner-friendly workout as well. I'll go ahead and link to that here. If you want something a little more challenging, I'm going to go ahead and link to a more intermediate workout here as well. So thank you again. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you did like this workout, and I hope to see you back here on the mat. Take care.